Hello everybody, my name is Ion and welcome to Rome Total War Barbarian Invasions. This is episode 12 of my Franks campaign. Last episode, the Lombards broke through our eastern line, meaning we gotta push them back this episode and hopefully beat the campaign in a kind of blitzkrieg style. But in other news, we also expanded our African front down by Carthage in Sicily, being back the Western Romans still, and now we are going to reclaim the Italian peninsula for us, hopefully. Also in last episode, we took out the Romano-British, a faction that spawns when you take Londinium for yourself. So that was awesome. We got a big threat over with in the British Isles, yet there's still kind of a threat in the British Isles. There is the Saxons. But luckily in this episode, great timing by the way, the Saxons decide they want a ceasefire with me, and I said that was all good, so I got myself a ceasefire with the Saxons, so they won't bother me anymore. Last episode they brought like a huge army to, like their whole family, to see if they could like take the Isles from me. So at least they're not going to be harassing me for a little while, but I still got to get this campaign over with. Thus, I'm not really wasting any time, and I'm just getting off the islands and off Carthage, and hopefully landing into the Italian peninsula, and taking what is mine. I know there's a few settlements on that, on the peninsula, so I could easily take it off of them. You know, they're the Western Romans, they shouldn't be too tough, though I was struggling in places such as Sicily and Corsica against the Western Romans, because they still have small pockets of armies that are, well, kind of deadly towards my cause, so yeah. Besides that, movement points are kind of holding us down, so I gotta, like, fly through these turns like nobody's business, and hopefully take that settlement down there. I just sent a bit of a scouting army to see what was up, and I found my first settlement. It has a decently sized force, but besides that, in other news, we also have come across the other Lombard army. Now, when they broke through our eastern lines, we had about 3 armies come through, meaning that we got to deal with them here and now so we could actually progress. Now, this one's luckily pretty beat up, due to the fact that, well, I have fought this army several times before. It's definitely a recurrent army, and I'm hoping to just crush it today, or at least weaken it so much it won't become a problem. I start out with flanking them using my normal tactics of, you know, flanking them with my cavalry, and then send in my centerpiece to deal with the force. But I misjudged, and I actually got caught off guard. I didn't think there were reinforcements, or they would split off their army into 2, and they actually cut off my right flank there, meaning I have to kind of retreat back and see if I could reinforce and salvage this. Not a really great start to the fight, not gonna lie. But we also have reinforcements coming from the left side, and we're coming from the behind, meaning we should strike the central army with our cavalry instead. I have an abundance of archers, so they're helping with the counterfire, and we still have our generals, so they are going to protect those units. Besides that, the soft underbelly of the army is from the behind, so I decided to charge in and hit their low morale units, such as archers, skirmishers, and whatever, and it works to a crazy level because it routs at least 11 units I can see on screen right now. A crazy amount just decided to, like, either rout, like just broke, or they could fake route, but I'm thinking they're just routing, like they're off. Now, there are a few fake routers, either they just got back in time, or they're actually like using the tactic that the AI loves to use in this game, is they like to pretend they want to run, but then they decide, oh, fuck that, I actually have the advantage, and then they come back and strike you when you're not expecting it. It's a classic tactic that everybody really knows about. So I'm really just sending, it's kind of a mass slaughter, but I do get caught off by these berserkers and these spear militia. I decided to go with the round units, hopefully turn it into a real route, but they actually decide they wanna fight, so I gotta basically send all 3 of those cavalry units away and crash with the berserkers there. Berserkers are really deadliest thing the Lombards probably have to their disposal. But besides that, it's a mass slaughter and not really much of a challenge. As you can see, I got quite the numbers. I think I killed about 900 of them with my one army alone, meaning they're pretty low. I didn't kill a general, sadly, but yet, you know, I got them on the run. They retreated back to the settlement they took before. I'm hoping just to finish them off there. Besides that, the Western Romans have actually attacked my scouting party, so my scouting party just retreats back to where it was before. Some rebel ships decide they want to cause some trouble, but my fleet's pretty strong, so they don't succeed at all. Not that I really care. I'm on the peninsula anyways. It's not much of a concern. There are a few rebels in my way, so I decided to deal with them quite quickly because they do restrict movement points, and I have let rebels just like walk all over me, just be like, whatever, I don't want to deal with them. So I decided to give them a big middle finger and went and take them out. They were only peasants and something else. Besides that, we have actually put our settlement under siege. We're about to take it back, and there is one little army there that we're gonna have to deal with before we move on. Another thing I'd like to point out, I'm doing my classic, cavalry has more movement points, so let's take this settlement right away. Sadly, I have to wait till next turn. Or, well, do I? No, I actually don't, because remember back at Corsica where I got those ballista units? Well, I was luckily able to recruit them here. I mean, I could actually take it this turn, but first, I'm going to wrap up this fight here with the Lombards, hopefully weaken them up more and get this reinforcement army and help with the siege. Now, this one's kind of a tough one because I am surrounded by forest, and they're kind of using that as a shelter, but they have a very small force, and the AI is pretty stupid. For example, they're sending one cavalry unit to guard against their flank. That is not going to work. My central army is moving up on them and hopefully going to surround them and hit them heavy with that archer fire. Hopefully just knocking the units right out of their assholes. Wow, I never thought I would say that. Okay, that came out of nowhere, but yeah. I'm gonna flank them on the right side. They only put up about 2 units, so I'm able to break them pretty easily, as you can see here soon. I'm just sending my archers to hit them with the archer fire. They only have like 2 other militia, and their general actually decides, I think, to fake rout. I'm not too sure if he's really routing. I don't think he is, because nothing really broke him. But he just decides to run anyways like a coward and try to preserve his numbers, kind of like what I did last episode. Besides that, that earns us a clean and clear victory. Didn't kill them all, but yet, doesn't really matter. There's so small number, I could easily deal with them. Besides that, I decided to actually delay that turn because, funny enough, I forgot to take the settlement. I would have auto-resolved it anyways, but yeah, I forgot to take it, so now this is attempt 2. We're actually going to just reinforce this army with a few archers, and hopefully be able to win this auto-resolve. Auto-resolves are like I said, it's a 50-50 type of thing. Even if you outnumber them like 10-1, they could still win bullshittily. But yeah, they kind of just stood no chance. I exterminate the population, so on and so forth. Besides that, that may be the end of my Italian expansion due to the fact that Rome is kind of heavily guarded, and I don't really have the force for it. And plus, this settlement unluckily has the fucking plague. I'm always getting these settlements with high population with plagues, and they're really weakening my army. Besides that, we took our previous settlement back. Good news, guys. We're fucking really fighting back now. We just took our old settlement we lost in the last episode, and we also took a piece of Italia, or, Italy for ourselves. We are really showing our force here, and we are reclaiming our land back. The only problem is the Lombards do have one big-ass army that I'm kind of afraid of, not gonna lie. Rebel ships are kind of beating up my fleet, so I decided to just send them back and retrain them. Not really going to use them because I'm planning to end this right here, right now. There's one settlement that beat me, I think in episode 10 or 9, I don't remember, but it was a fucking horrible defeat. I ended up just getting my butt kicked consistently, and it was just not a good time. And that's how the Lombards broke through, was because I decided to get greedy and take that settlement. But this time I'm going to take the settlement, and nothing is going to stop me. Besides that, my recording actually decided to stop, so this is a new clip by now, but at least I caught it soon, so nothing bad happened. You didn't miss out on anything, I promise you guys. Besides that, our faction leader has died, unfortunately. It reminds me of the last episode of the Julii, but now it is time to end the series off with a nice, swift auto-resolve. Fucking easy. we have finally, after 12 episodes, my longest series yet, has wrapped up this series. My god, how much of a pain in the ass it was to wrap this one off. I think I did share my concerns about this series before and how it was kind of harder. Like, I was having more fun with the Julie series, and I'm not lying about that one. I was having fun with this series, but more fun with the Julie one. This one actually did end up becoming a bit of fun until the fucking Lombards decided to give me a lot of problems. Yet, that ending was amazing. I thought it would extend to at least episode 14, but my predictions were right the first time. Episode 12 was my end goal. I'm so glad I was able to end this series off here and now, and yeah, a huge accomplishment. So glad that's my second series wrapped up. Next time when I return to you guys, I will be on the computer. I'll be playing as the Broody Eye faction, and hopefully things such as Pokemon and another series will pop up here soon. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that shit YouTubers tell you to do, and, well, I'll catch you all later.